Hello and welcome to Wild Soul Gatherings. I'm Dr. Sandra Marie and I'll be your host for Happy Hour for the Spiritually Curious. I'm very grateful for all you wild souls out there who've decided to join us today. I want to send a special thanks to each of you for taking time out of your day to join us and our guests as we talk about the many aspects of spirituality. To receive updates on our latest episodes, please subscribe and follow Happy Hour for the Spiritually Curious. A positive rating and comment is always appreciated. In the tradition of Happy Hour, cheers to some new insights, peace, revitalization, perhaps an aha moment that will positively influence your life. Welcome to Wild Soul Gatherings. I'm Dr. Sandra Marie, and I'll be your host today for this episode of Happy Hour for the Spiritually Curious. Today on our show, we're going to have Mary and Anthony. They're the owners of the Positive Pineapple located in Cleveland, Ohio. Positive Pineapple also has a global following, especially in Australia. This show is broken down into 3 separate episodes, including a bonus meditation. Let's get started. Welcome to the show, Mary and Anthony.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sandra. We're happy to be here.
Yes, we are.
I'm going to go with mind officially blown. I love it. Seriously, you have shared just amazing information. Like, would you guys be open to just doing a little bit of the breath work so that the listeners can actually get a sense of what it feels like?
Absolutely.
So I'm trying to think of how I want to speak it. You know, you've said what you've had to say with the breath work, but I think sometimes when you do it and you feel it, it makes it more tangible. That's the word I was thinking of.
Experience.
Experience. Mm-hmm. Just what you just got through talking about.
How cool is that? Yeah, sure. I'd love to. Experience. So breathwork's, it's something you want to do. You don't want to be this kind of breathing anyways. The kind that I do for most people, you don't want to be driving or sitting in a pool or anywhere where if you potentially were to lose consciousness or temporarily lose consciousness, there could be a problem. Now, it's very rare that happens, but it has happened. It can happen.
Well, I will say after that Buck Moon meditation, I think that that's actually very important advice.
Yeah. Yeah, that was very powerful.
It was very powerful.
We were in that. That was kind of a deeper. We're just going to do like a basic kind of breathing here. That was kind of more a shamanic breath. So when we open up sacred space energetically and everything, it's a little even more intense. But yeah, I understand completely. And Mary, she channels a lot, so she'll kind of go into a theta brainwave rate, sometimes delta, and she's not really here, but she is, just in a different way.
It's very powerful.
Okay, so you just want to be supported where you're sitting or laying. Make sure you're really supported. You want to relax. You want to relax your neck and shoulders. You want to just think about relaxation for a moment into your body. Bring relaxation into your chest and your back and your hips and your pelvis and your legs and your knees and your calves and your ankles and your feet, your hands and your face. Everything just relax, releasing all tensions and pressures. Always good to start out relaxed. And then my favorite style of breath work is called smell the flower and cool the soup. It's a beautiful way for anyone to begin to learn how to connect to their diaphragm. And what I have most people do is I have them put at least one hand, if not both hands, on their tummy, just above their navel or somewhere around there. And what I do is I tell you to connect a line or a pipe between your nose and your hands. And what I want you to do is just a little priming here. Connecting your nose to your hands. See if you can breathe through your nose and fill up just at your hands. And then out through the mouth. And then breathe into your hands again. Feel your belly rise. As you inhale, and as you exhale, your belly drop in. Again, this takes a little bit of practice. Expand the tummy and release. Expand the tummy. And release. 2 more like this. Expand the tummy. And 1 more. And you're just going to relax for a moment. And for some of you, when it's really new for you, right there you're already maybe starting to feel some vibration or lightheadedness. And that's okay. You're just starting to use your lungs in a new way. Don't be worried about the sensations. You want to feel the sensations of your body. If it gets a little too intense, I always recommend you lay down. But don't stop breathing. If you can, just keep going. Breathe through whatever shows up. Anything that shows up. And for some people, even emotion may show up. And that's okay. Knowing that's okay. So now, you're going to use your mind, and you're going to use your disciplined imagination, your mind's eye, however you want to picture, envision, visualize a beautiful flower, the most beautiful flower you've ever seen. And really look at this flower and admire its beauty, and bring it closer to your face and see its texture. Sense it, feel it. And as you bring it closer to your nose, you're going to take in a deep breath and smell that flower. Smell that flower into your belly. And then you're going to exhale through pursed lips like you're cooling off hot soup. And then again, inhale into the belly, smelling the flower. Pursed lips, soup. Flower. Soup. Flower. Soup. Flower. Soup. Continuing to breathe like this. And as you continue to breathe, even though I'm talking, you're breathing. And with every inhale, you're trying to fill up from as low as possible. Filling up deep into the lungs, into the belly, up into your chest and head, then releasing. So basically having the awareness, you're like a wave. You're breathing in, belly, chest, head. Just continue. Smell the flower. Cool the soup. Smell the flower. Cool the soup. And now what you want to do is make your breathing more intense. You want to make it more aggressive. Speed it up a little. And you just continue breathing, pumping that energy through your belly up into your head. You may start to feel a little slight change in temperature in your body, some tingling, some vibration. That's all beautiful. This is you connecting to your living energy. You're just going to give it a few more breaths, really giving it all you got, expanding your lungs bigger than they should fit in your chest. How big can you inhale? How big can you go? 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. Deep breath in. Hold it at the top. Big as you can. Big as you can. Hold. Begin to squeeze now from the muscles of your seat and perineum as you hold your breath. Squeeze there. And as if you're a tube of toothpaste or a ketchup packet, draw upward, squeezing into your tummy, into your solar plexus, your chest, your upper chest, your collarbones, your throat, your tongue in contact with the roof of your mouth, pushing up into the center of your head. And now out to your scalp. Squeeze. 3, 2, 1, release. And then you just relax and allow the energy to soften and expand around you. A lot of us will feel things, tinglies. I usually can see or sense these butterfly energies that show up around us. They're nature beings, and they love us, because when we breathe, we're connecting to also an ancient form of energy. Breathing is a lot more than just breathing. It's our connection to our life force, to our chi, our prana, our however one wants to see it, the universe. It's quite powerful. So that would consist of 1 round. And what I normally would do is I would tell people to do 3 rounds at least. And with every round, you would feel yourself get a little lighter, a little lighter. And then sometimes I have people take themselves into self-healing. I'll tell them to use their breath and direct it into their body wherever it needs love, wherever you think that you need some healing, or if it feels heavy, stuck, or stagnant, you can breathe into it and use the light to break it up. You can use that light that you're breathing in, because air is light. You're filling yourself up with light. You can bring it with your awareness and will. It's physically impossible for you to breathe actual air into your foot, but you could feel it going into your foot. And that's something we'll try right here. I want to see how I'm being called Sandra, that maybe this will be something that will change some sort of awareness for you. I want you to bring your awareness to both of your feet. I want you to feel both of your feet and the vibration at your feet. What I want you to do is just connecting with the sensation of your feet there. And what I want you to do is take in deep breath. And that deep breath, I want you to imagine that you're breathing into your feet. You're expanding light into your feet. And just continue. Breathe again. That's it. With every breath, you're bringing more light into the feet. They're starting to vibrate, get softer, get lighter. And now I want you to imagine that your feet is what you're breathing in and out of, not your nose and your mouth, but you're actually drawing in and releasing air through your feet. Feel all that relaxation coming in, that vibrational feeling. This is spiritual energy. You're connecting with your feet to the earth right now. Pachamama, she's here to assist. And just do a few more breaths. Big full breaths into your feet. 2 more. Last one. Big breath in, hold this one. Breathe into your feet. And I want you to squeeze all of your awareness. Just bring your awareness, your full attention and concentration to your feet. And as if you could squeeze all of this energy that you've breathed in into your feet. 3, 2, 1, release. Just relax for a moment. Just pay attention. Just give all of your attention to all that vibration, that expansion. It's like an oscillation I can sense coming off of your feet now. A wham, 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 wham. And a very solid buzz. And if you wanted to, this is a healing energy. If you wanted to, you then could tune yourself. You then could ask that vibration that's in your feet, you could then will it or ask it to start to move up your legs and begin to make your whole body then vibrate at the same rate that your feet are. This is tuning, nervous system tuning. And it takes some practice. But once you're buzzing really nice, you can usually pull that up, and then that beautiful vibration you feel in your feet right now, it can begin to overtake your entire body. And it's a soft, loving, very calming kind of nature energy that comes into us. And then you just kind of trance there for a few minutes and just feel it. And then when you're ready to break free, I usually have people taking a deep breath. And then they release it. And you can come back to center. That was beautiful. Thank you for doing that. I'm very sensitive to these things, so I could feel that through you. It's very beautiful.
Well, thank you. It was beautiful. I fell into the microphone there for a second. Oh, really? That is truly such a gift. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
And I'm super grateful that the listeners are going to experience this too. I was just getting a sense of like I really have this desire for them to feel that this is real.
Right.
I guess is where I was going with it.
Yeah.
So it was very real for me, for sure.
It's exciting for us every time there's somebody new to breath work that has never experienced before, because it's unlike anything else. You know, they experience all kinds of different things. They'll see colors or perceive different visuals of people or journeys or birds or mountains or just so many different experiences. So like at Light Club or our in-person community events that we do like that, we open the floor at the end of the event and we welcome people to share their experience or ask questions. But it's always fun to have first timers because they don't know what to expect. And we tell people, don't come in with expectations.
Yeah. Plus, my feet feel separate from my body right now.
Yeah.
So, because I come along with you when I was doing it. So when we were doing the exercise, so I actually that feels really cool. So.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
So as we finish up here, what thoughts would each of you like to leave with the listeners?
The first thing that comes through is anything is possible. If you really want to change your life in any short way, you're going to have to really start removing thoughts of impossibility from the mind, because that's really what holds us back, is when someone finds out or hears about what we do and it's not something they're familiar with or it's happened, the first reaction typically is well, that's impossible. And the first thing I'll point out is everything is impossible until it's done. And then the next thing I'll point out is a very nice mindset that I always try to follow, is that the only impossibility that exists is the impossibility that I agree to. That's very helpful for me. That's always very helpful whenever my mind tries to derail me or tell me something. That's impossible. What do you mean? Nothing's impossible.
Yeah.
I love that.
From my own experience, one of the biggest things that sticks with me is to seek discomfort. When we feel uncomfortable in any way, we usually try to run to comfort. But our growth comes through discomfort. Beautiful, beautiful experiences of growth come from discomfort. Between seeking discomfort, stepping out of your comfort zone, stepping out of those boxes of conditioning, trying things that you've never tried before. And always my favorite one is lead with love.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. That's beautiful. Our listeners out there, can you share with them ways that they can get a hold of you, get onto your social media, different projects that you have out there? How can the listeners connect with you? I'm still a little bit in like la la land here.
That's totally okay. Me too. The first place that would be the best place to visit would probably be our website. Visit us at thepositivepineapple.org. It's really easy, positivepineapple.org. And you can go on there, and we have a direct link to YouTube there with a beginner's video, because that's always what everybody wants to know. What are you doing? Well, when you work with us, the primary thing I'm going to teach you and all people when they first start is how to breathe. Breathing is A1. That's the first thing we do to take control of our being. That's usually a lot of questions is when we do hook up Anthony and we have a private session. That's a common question. What does a private session look like? And then so my typical answer is, well, I don't know. It depends on what you bring, because I'm an intuitive, so I don't have like a method in which I typically do things. I know that we're going to talk, and I know that we're going to breathe. I know that we're going to connect to energy. I have no idea what medicines are going to come through. So I'm capable of all kinds of things. I do soul retrievals, entity removals, all kinds of different types of shamanic energy medicine. So whatever usually comes forward is what shows up in that situation. But you'll still have people, they want to show up and they have a list of things that they want to do, and usually as they tell them, I let them tell me the list, and I take the list out of their hands and I put it over here, and then we go into the thing. I was like, and I help them understand that expectations is not where you want to be. You don't want to have any expectations. That in itself will stop you or slow down energy. Yeah, so visiting us at the website's perfect. Mary built the website, which she did a really nice job, and it's really beautiful. I have no idea how to do that stuff, so she did awesome, and we love it. And then you can see there we have all kinds of the events and stuff are listed on there.
Booking appointments. It's all pretty much centralized to the website. You can get to our Facebook page, our Instagram page, and our meetup page, all from the website. So it's a good place for people to start.
YouTube is awesome.
YouTube also you can get to from there. That is a big thing. If you want to subscribe and turn on the notifications for the YouTube channel, you'll be notified of any time we go live.
Yeah, because we do those free live streams. Like Mary said, tomorrow I'll be doing that as well. Tomorrow at 6:45 we'll be on. That's our main live stream that we do. It's called Morning Breath. We come on 6:45 Eastern Daylight Time right now, and I get on, and usually what I do is I do some breathing. Mary usually joins me, not always. I do some breathing, and then the floor is open. People, they bring in questions. Maybe they have something going on in their life, and they have a question, a spiritual question, or somebody has something going on. Those are typical days. Something may call through me. What happens is I never know what's going to happen. Something may call, and we go into some sort of medicine where we have a group healing right there on the stream. And then Fridays, what I do is I usually just open up a little breath work, and then I open the floor for free mini healing. So anyone that shows up, and it's amazing how we can facilitate healing through calm. So you'll get to see all kinds of cool stuff. Someone may show up with my wrist hurts, my shoulder's bothering me, my back hurts something, or I'm sad or something. Whatever shows up, it could be anything. And it's always something amazing shows up. And we work with these people, and we just do like a mini healing for them. And I use the collective energy of all the people that show up, our soul family. Everyone that shows up, we consider them, you're part of my soul family. The soul family that shows up, we're able to channel our energies together. It's one of my jobs as a Paqo. I have this ability to reorganize energy that's around me, and that even means energy coming off of other people. I can help reorganize it, and if we can reorganize it, I'm teaching your energy field, and then it knows how to do it itself. I don't have to be there all the time. You don't need me. I'm not a guru. That's not what it is. I'm just an ascension guide. I just guide. If I can guide you, then you got it, and then the medicine and energy is yours. But we come together really strong in those collective moments. And I think you kind of experienced that in Light Club, when we come together and have like a collective experience, how powerful that can be, even though like the mind will be like, oh, well, this isn't live. But most people will tell you when they do the work with us, and especially in the private sessions that we do that are virtual, they'll be like, whoa, that was really amazing. That's not like what I expected. Or even in those mini healings, the ones we did last Friday, 2 of the people I did healings for, they pretty much went into a trance state. The one girl slept for 3 hours. The other girl said she slept for 10 afterwards, and messaged me and said, well, there was nothing mini about that healing, is what she said. She had a really powerful emotional release. Those things are really awesome, and that's where we want to get more people involved in that community, because it is a sense of community. And then we can keep doing more of our donation-based work that we do out here in public. We have like all kinds of events happening. Like we have Old Brooklyn Nutrition. We go there. I think we'll be there this Saturday. Sunday. So that's really cool, because then people can just come. It's donation based, so we always say give with the energy you wish to receive. Some people give $10, $20, some people give us $100. It all depends on how they feel. Usually it's after they're feeling really good and they want to give you more, is usually what it is, because they're so happy with what's happening. And then what we do is we use most of those funds, we use it to help other people, because we offer healings for everybody regardless of income. So people all over the globe come to us. There's lots of people that are stuck and have absolutely nothing. And if you help them, they're your friend for life. They're with you forever. They're close to you now, and it's connected. And there's different ways people help us. They can help us by sharing
their experience.
help us by promoting us to some degree or something. Or a lot of people, they'll have such a huge change afterwards. Even if they paid for a session, they'll want to give more, because wow, I can't believe how different my life is. Then they want to donate more money because they want to help out. Wow, I want people to experience what I've experienced. We've had people right on the live stream gift someone a session. Go around like, I'm going to buy you a session. I want to give you one. That's how much they want to help other people. So it's that collective energy that we try to bring together, because singularly we're amazing and we're limitless, but together we create miracles, and that's where we need to come. We need to continue to come together.
Yeah, building community is so important for us.
Yeah. So positivepineapple.org, Facebook, Instagram, all those things you can find. We're trying to be everywhere, accessible to everyone. So that way we can be found. Because like Mary said, we couldn't find anybody. And we started we started finding things and started finding other parts of the spiritual community. Some of it just doesn't resonate with me, because it's cultish to me in some way. So I don't really get involved in some of these styles and ideas. So I try to look at, so we're going to have to be our own people. We're going to have to start something where we want people to be free thinkers and heal themselves. That to me is the most beautiful thing ever, to see someone change. The physical healings, people are like, oh, that's so beautiful and like glamorous that you can do these physical healings. And I just disagree. To me, the most beautiful healings are what happens after the physical healing. When you help someone remove their pain, then all of a sudden a new awareness comes in. Consciousness is the biggest awareness. That's the biggest, they're giving awareness, helping someone step into their awareness. To me, that aha moment, seeing the lights come on inside of them, that to me is the deepest form of healing. And to me, that's what love is. That's what real love is.
I love it. I'm going to share a little story. I'm doing this Wild Soul Gathering. I bought this farm. It's a place to build a retreat. And I have just been compelled to do this for decades. Just didn't do it because I was living life in the other world. Basically, I'm just going all in and doing it. And what I share with my family and the people around me is, I know this is what I'm supposed to be doing, not exactly sure how this is all working or what's going to happen with it, but I know that's what it is. And then I woke up one morning and Spirit gave me this message to do a podcast. And I'm like, a podcast, really? Like, okay. I have learned my lesson over the years that when I'm given messages, it's easier just to not fight it, just do it. So I'm like, okay, a podcast. Well, actually, my daughter did some podcasts. Perhaps she would be willing to help me out. So then it was this happy hour for the spiritually curious. Okay, not really sure what I'm doing with this, but it honestly seems to be taking this life of its own that is a little bit different than this Wild Soul Gathering. But when you talk about outcomes, like people will ask you, and I'm like, there is no outcome for me, the purpose of Happy Hour for the Spiritually Curious is just that. I think there's a lot of people who are curious, a lot of people who are awakening, a lot of people who are just looking for the whatever it is, and you can't Google it. You're searching, and it's so hard to find it. And different things resonate for different people. And as we're finishing this up, I'm like, this is it. This is the reason why I'm doing this, because it's going to introduce this to so many different people. And the people who are meant to hear it and resonate with it will, either now or later. Yeah. Thank you. I'm just super excited. And that's the other thing that's really interesting is I have to tell you, people have flowed into my life like out of the clear blue that are just in line with this whole project. Just sort of like how we met. It was random, but not, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's
vibrational pull.
It's just sort of like, I'm sort of still giddy from our little session, but this is it. It's great. So I just want to absolutely thank you guys for being here. Thank all of our listeners for taking time out of their day to join us. And most of all, I want to say to everyone out there, please embrace your wild soul. And thank you guys so much.
Thank you so much, Sandra. This has been beautiful.
I'd like to thank our guests for joining us for this episode of Wild Souls Gatherings Happy Hour for the Spiritually Curious. To find out more about our guests, how to contact them, or detail on this episode, please see our show notes. You can also visit us at our website, wildsoulsgathering.com. We would love to hear from our visitors what you thought of this show, what you would like to see and hear in the future, questions you may have. Go to podinbox.com/happy hour for the spiritually curious. You can leave either a voice or traditional message for us. This is your host, Dr. Sandra Marie, sending each of you peace and love. Until we meet again, embrace your wild soul.